Ecclesiastes 7 shifts from observing life's mysteries to teaching practical wisdom. Solomon shows us how to live wisely in a world affected by sin, suffering, and uncertainty. He begins with a surprising statement: "A good name is better than fine perfume, and the day of death better than the day of birth." Verse 1. Solomon is not saying death is better than life. Rather, he reminds us that a person's life is measured by how it ends. A good reputation built on faithfulness to God is far more valuable than wealth, success, or temporary pleasures. The day of death marks the completion of a life lived before God. He continues, "For death is the destiny of everyone. The living should take this to heart." Verse 2. We all know that one day our earthly life will end, yet many live as though it never will. Solomon calls us to remember our mortality, not to create fear, but to produce wisdom. When we die, our earthly opportunities end and the story of our life is complete. Therefore, while we are still living, we should ask ourselves, am I preparing for eternity? Am I fulfilling the purpose God has given me on earth? Many spend their lives collecting wealth, possessions, and achievements that cannot be taken beyond the grave. Jesus warned us not to store up treasures on earth, but treasures in heaven. Earthly success lasts only for this life, but eternal treasures never fade. Throughout the chapter, Solomon praises wisdom. He reminds us that God appoints both prosperous and difficult days, and we are to trust Him in every season. Faith is needed not only in times of joy but also in times of adversity. Solomon also reminds us, there is no one on earth who is righteous, no one who does what is right and never sins. Verse 20. None of us can stand before God by our own righteousness. We all need His grace and forgiveness. God created mankind upright, but humanity chose its own sinful path. The brokenness we see today is the result of human rebellion. Ecclesiastes 7 teaches us to live with eternity in view. Remembering death gives life its proper perspective. Our time is limited, but eternity is forever. One day our earthly life will end. The question is not whether that day will come, but how we will have lived before it arrives. Have we only gathered treasures for this world, or have we invested in eternity? Have we merely existed, or have we fulfilled God's purpose? Live today remembering that earthly life has an end. Walk wisely, remain faithful, fulfill God's purpose, and store up treasures that will last for eternity. Amen.